Well, good morning, everybody. It's Sunday, January 31st. This is Dr. C ringing in for Team 112. Excellent discussion this week. Outstanding. A lot of passion. And I did see people really starting to use, and I applaud you for this, more factual reference to your statements, to backing up your opinions with fact. That's critical at a university level. It's critical for our profession. Okay. Your discussions naturally, they're not like I said, they're not hallway conversations where you have opinion based upon experience and maybe things you've read externally. You need to base it on fact. Okay. So it's good that you're getting to that habit. You'll see that throughout your entire program here at Southern New Hampshire University. Okay. So very, very good um, discussion this week. Then you had the Mod 4.2 assignment. All right. And let's take a look at that rubric. Just as a quick review, make sure that you scrolled all the way down because there's a template for it, right? You want to use that template. It does make life easier. It's basically kind of a map of those things you need to put in, and don't forget to cite your sources. Okay, that's incredibly important. Okay, so that's mod 4, mod 5. Welcome to mod 5. All right. You have your introduction here. What are we actually doing in this mod? It's actually really good. Well done. The objectives explain how allied the professions that are involved in the CJ system work together. Okay, so that's really what it's all about. Let's go back to mod 5 here. Okay, you have a journal, and in this journal, make sure you click on the requirements and the rubric. Okay, make sure you scroll down. All right, answer these questions here. Review this link here. It's an excellent link, by the way. And specifically, you're following the rubric criteria. You describe. Okay, describe is a taxonomy. In other words, it tells you what you need to do mechanically or functionally to explain yourself. Basically, how these roles support criminal justice professionals, the benefits to CJ professionals, and the types of skills these professionals need. All right. Again, make sure that your references are there in APA style. Here's your rubric. Scroll all the way down. Articulation of response clearly conveys meaning with correct grammar, sentence structure, and spelling. Be very careful. Avoid saying I feel and I think. Avoid slang. Okay. And how do you do that? Well, unfortunately or fortunately, it comes from reading and adopting, mimicking the language that people in our business utilize. Some people say, well, I've done very well in other writing courses, but every course is going to be different. Every discipline is different relative to its demands. And criminal justice is clear, it's succinct, it's concise, it's backed up or supported by evidence, your resources. Okay? Describe how these roles support criminal justice professionals so you can see what proficient really means. And right here, citations. So scroll down. I think that's what happened with a lot of people from Mod 3-2, that assignment where there's a template involved. They didn't use a template because, well, you didn't scroll down. And that really is, unfortunately, what a lot of adults will do when they're reading online. They identify what they think they're supposed to do. That's most important, then they move on and forget to look at the other things. So make sure you take your time. Okay, outline what you need to do. Project 1. Let's go back to Mod 5 for a minute here. All right. Project 1. Boom. Guidelines and rubric. Project 1, guidelines and rubric. Again, scrolling down, right? Okay. All right. Now here's where I've been this is where the rubber hits the road, proverbially, right? In other words, I've been telling everyone and explaining and beseeching all of you to write to teach. I am your blank slate. I am your student. Write to teach. And in order to teach, right, to be successful at teaching, you need to be very clear. So guess what? You're the teacher now. You're a community outreach coordinator at your local law enforcement agency. All right, it's very clear what you need to do here. The department has undertaken an initiative to reach out to diverse populations in your community. Okay, diverse populations. So you really have to be very clear. Okay, because you have people who may not understand exactly what you're saying, but your job is to make sure that they do. There's a need in community for support toward becoming a citizen. For example, numerous recent immigrants, resident aliens, and documented immigrants could all benefit from outreach materials that explain how the criminal justice system works in the United States. You've been given the task of creating outreach materials, okay? The materials that you're going to create are specific to the rule of law and the Constitution. Follow the directions clearly here. Describe, explain, and explain. Okay, this is a university level assignment. It's exciting because you're in the driver's seat. You're there to teach. It's an optional template, which is actually really cool. So take a look at it. I highly recommend that you use it. I know that I would. All right. It's a roadmap for you, okay, that will help you develop a dynamic presentation that they can all understand. All right, so don't forget to scroll down. Oops, let me get rid of that. And that's my dog barking. All right. So that's what you have coming. Again, the mechanics of online learning require you to become very good at visually chunking out what you need to do, making outlines, scrolling down, and asking questions. You all have my cell phone number in my bio. Make sure that you do. All right, make sure that if you are required to use a template, you have to use it. I had a number of people that I had to reject, and the reason is because in our discipline and profession, if you utilize the wrong form, it will be rejected either by your supervisor or it will be rejected at court. Okay. It also opens up questions. What else did you miss? Did you miss some key factual evidence relative to the accusation here in court? Do you see where I'm going with this? So make sure you take your time. I know all of you are very, very busy people, but you're doing very well. Again, enthusiasm is the driving factor in success. And I'm here to support you. But remember, I'm here to learn from you. Teach me. Okay? You're all bright people. Make sure you read the textbook chapters that are aligned with each assignment. Parse out your time where you have the energy to read, outline what you need to do, plan your week accordingly, and you will be successful.